Welcome, beautiful people. We're excited to share the latest fun and heartwarming updates from TLC. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates.
Good morning, it's Monday. Off to the orthodontist today for it's like my first checkup. I think they're gonna change the wire out first day since I've gotten the braces back, but got me a friend today. Ava was not feeling good yesterday, so I'm keeping her home today. So since Adam has to go to town, she gets to come with me. So hopefully she'll be able to hang in there with me and get better to go to school tomorrow, right? Okay, new wire, and they added another bracket to the very back of my last molars. Well, my mouth is feeling a little tight there, but Ava said she's feeling a little good enough, and so we're gonna head to Costco because we have like no paper towels, no toilet paper, no school snacks, all the things. So since she's feeling good enough, we're gonna head to Costco and we're gonna wait on the train. See the train? Right in front of us. Yay me, my mouth's gonna start hurting again. I've just been re-listening to the podcast. So here's the thing. I record the podcast and it puts me in a motion of retelling my story and where my heart is. And then it gets edited and it launches and I'll listen to it then. But I didn't listen to last week's yet. So I've been listening it today. And man, I don't know if it's just because it's my story and that is so impactful to my life and how good God has been. And the times that we forget about how big and how grand he is and what he's done for us. And I'm sitting here doing laundry and walking around the house, still in my PJs. And then I just get overwhelmed with a sense of gratitude. Like, wow, like I was chosen for this life as this life, this mom of Quince, house of 8. And so prayer is one thing that carried me through my pregnancy with the Quince and still to this day. But I had hundreds and thousands of people praying for me and people that I didn't even know. And so like, man, I just kind of reflect back on that and say like, look at where we are today and where we started with the journey of, being faced with quintuplet pregnancy and being told we needed to reduce down to twins. Like, so there's a big part of my testimony and walk, as a Christian, through my story. And so the episode that was last week, I shared previously, link here, but the next week episode and the week after that or whatever, like really get deeper dive into, that part of my walk. And so I know my story is, it's personal. It's my story. However, hello guys. It's Tuesday and today I planned on staying in my PJs because I'm home. Adam's out of town. The kids are at school and it's quiet in here. And it's very, very little days where I get to sit in the house by myself. And it's kind of things that I used to hate. And I'm like, oh, I got to go do something. I got to get out of the house. Well, now I treasure these days. But it's filled with lots of tasks and things to do. And I've been doing laundry and trying to finish decorating because we have a party at the house this weekend, Christmas party. But I wanted to say that I always love to find things encouraging and that are like heartfelt to listen to instead of like filling my mind with like Netflix and stuff. And don't get me wrong, like I did have the TV on earlier, but later in the day, or usually I start the day like this and end with TV. But here I am. I'm going to share something with y'all because it just totally warmed my heart and made chills in me and like instantly felt these emotions of like gratitude and the fact that we have the freedom to do things that other countries are not able to do. And one of those things is being a Christian and being vocal about our hearts and our faith. And we have our podcast, and Adam and I started our podcast, and we've been retelling our story. It's called More Than Reality Podcast. We've been retelling our story, and a lot of our story And our journey of becoming Christians for myself is filled with parts of our marriage and having a family and becoming pregnant and what God did through my life in those scenarios. And so I have been listening to, and it's sometimes you get over the big hurdles in your life, or like what really brought you to the bottom, to then you look up and ask for God, are you real? Do this in my life. And we then overcome those scenarios and see how grand and big God is. But then we walk day to day and we forget and we forget and we forget how he's still here. He's still here in my heart. He's still here in the Holy Spirit. He's still here in presence. And he is such a good father. And so I don't know if it's just impacting me today, but I wanted to share this because I'm trying to be more encouraging. And that's part of my heart, is that like, I want to encourage you all to like, fall to your knees and fall to the one who can rescue you and truly change your life. And that is in Jesus. And, so I'm going to share the podcast here but above all, yes, it's my personal testimony, but above that, it's God's story and what God has done in my life. And I have felt more than ever needing to be more vocal about this journey that I've walked through in becoming a Christian, and just the proof of miracles and what God has done in my life. And I have become mature enough to realize that it's not just my story. It is a story that I'm meant to share so that you, whoever might need to hear this, may find Jesus in the midst of it. And my trials are not for myself, but they were for me to be able to show and speak and teach someone who therefore is going through something that might be able to see Jesus. And that is a beautiful thing in our hearts that God puts in our hearts. And we learn from something. I'm always wanting to learn from my trials. Like, what can I do above this and out of this? And who can I help through this? And so just encouragement for you guys.
Much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content and found it valuable. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more updates.